All right, what's going on, guys? Try back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing Walking Dead video for today after they have just finished, as of yesterday, filming for The Walking Dead's final season, final episode. Alright guys, so definitely wanted to do a Walking Dead video for today, letting you guys know that filming reportedly, allegedly, kind of officially, if Angela Kang said so, has now finished for The Walking Dead's final season, The Walking Dead's final episode. So that means that they have now shot and filmed the closing scenes, the closing sequences for the Walking Dead television series. Man, can you believe it? I'll put the link in the description so you guys can go ahead and see it. That is, 12 long years, starting in 2010, with it now being 2022 at this point. The cast and crew, I would think, that were there from the beginning, got kind of getting started, I think, in 2009. So about 13 years for people who worked on the Walking Dead television series. That's a long time. Very crazy to see it finally come to an end. We'll go ahead and give our thoughts and take a look at some of the different pictures. You can see them in the comicbook.com page, but basically you got Greg Nicotero with Norman Reedus there. You've got Angela Kang with Maggie and or Lauren and the a lot of the others. And yeah, man, it's very, very cool stuff. So they have finally finished filming the final episodes of Walking Dead. Grab some different random pictures for us. So here we got the original cast from the first season. As crazy as that is to look at, who's left from this whole group now? Granted, not of their choice. It's Walking Dead, so I'm sure many of them probably would still like to have been in the series all these years. But you know what it is? It is what it is. Who is left from this original cast set picture? I think this is from the end of the first season. Could be second season as well. But everybody we got there, we got Norman, and is that it? Because Melissa McBride's not in this this picture. Yep, I think that's it, dudes. I think that's it. So this is a picture, I don't know, is posted there. I'm not sure if this is from, I guess this would probably be from last season, of them, being goofy and stuff on set. This one's from The Walking Dead season 8. I think this was taken at the end of season 8, just as they were finishing Walking Dead season 8. So you can see kind of All Out War, when All Out War ended off, and you got Lenny James in the middle, you got Morgan in the middle, you got everybody else, and Andrew Lincoln at the at your left side. Very cool to see. Christian on the right side, Rosita, and we got Daryl. And then the big question, right, with Norman there, we got Denai Guerrera. Now, question, is she going to return in this last part? Because we now just have one episode left via the premiere schedule for part 2, and there was some possible rumors that we might see her return because the other series that she was going to show run, I think, got shelved, or there was the 2020 stuff that happened, so that might have gotten in the way of the other series she was going to do. So I don't know. Maybe we'll see her return. Maybe we won't. It's only 9 episodes we have left to see, so that's what it is. And then happy that that we got a chance to see Maggie return, because do remember, she was in Whiskey Cavalier, which I did a review for the first episode. Luckily, that did not get renewed. If it had, she wouldn't be in the series right now, because she'd probably still be doing Whiskey Cavalier if it got like more seasons. So it's what it is. Just some random. There's the one right there, a video. You can watch the videos. Click the link in the description. Go to thecomicbook.com. You can watch both this one from Angela Kang and the one from Greg Nicotero. Very sad stuff to see finally come to an end. For some reason, somebody posted this here. I don't know why, but rest in peace again to Scott Wilson, who now is no longer with us. But he got to do this scene with Rick in Rick's final episode, right? Before he passed away, I think a year later. So definitely rest in peace to him, and happy that they got to do that final scene before unfortunately his end. So that's it, dudes. That's it. This one was a season. Is a season? I want to say 5, but is it 4? End of season 4 because Therese still there, and that. So that's it, guys. Oh my gosh, that is it for the Walking Dead television series. The Walking Dead is now over. So we got a few questions from you guys for today, and leave your comments below how you feeling about that. And it's going to be sad seeing these final episodes, air later this summer to early. My reviews might be a little delayed, guys. Might be a little delayed because I'm going to be sad, right, seeing it finally wrap up. Saint 52 says, "Why have 2 spin-off series? That just hurts both of them. Why not, combine the 2 of them in one show? That'd be more interesting." Well, we'll have to see, Saint 52, why they decided to go with the Negan and Maggie spinoff, and why they decided to go with the Daryl Carroll spinoff, and why they decided to split them. But I think part of what this all has to do with is a lot of this has to do with the fact that the 16 episodes a year and having so many different, name actors in those episodes really increases the budget a lot to have all these people in one show. So if you split them up in terms of shows, you can do each show with a smaller budget. They get a little bit of hype because they're new, right? Like World Beyond, actually got some hype for the first couple of seasons because people just wanted to check it out. They wanted to see something new. And so, a Negan Maggie spinoff series where they're going to be the core survivors in the episodes, gives them a chance to still do Walking Dead and to do it to where you can split them off. You can keep the budget lower for a Negan Maggie episode. You just got to get those 2 and their supporting cast, everybody else that goes with them. And you can splinter off and then have the Daryl Carroll over here. And then, you got the Rick movies if they actually do them. We'll see if they frickin' actually start those. Maybe it was an impossibility as well to do the 16 episodes a year and do a movie on top of that. Maybe they had to wrap up the TV series in order to do this movie. But other series that are smaller runs and smaller cast are easier to do than the full-on original series, which was a lot of work every year for everybody to come out and do, and a lot of core cast and characters and everything. So a lot of costs involved as well. So this is what they opted to do, and makes sense for them. So okay, fair enough, sounds good, and I'm excited for both to see. And there's also Tales of The Walking Dead as well. Again, another new thing. And then Fear the Walking Dead is going to be doing its 8 seasons, so they're going ahead with that too. So there'll be stuff there for us to check out and to see. And then eventually, if that Rick movie gets done, that'll be good. But this is where the comic book series ended too. They're almost done all the comic book content. They're like right up to the end part now. They're within like the last trade volume. They're within like the last few chapters or comics, right? They've just got a certain amount left to adapt, and then they've run out of all the content from the comics. So that's what it is. It makes sense to end it off here, and it's sad to see, but it makes sense. Brandor says, I completely agree with you, Trev. It takes a lot of effort to watch the extra stuff. Hope they dumped a lot of money in the next part 2 for the finale for The Walking Dead. Well, I hope we have kind of a big finale for these last episodes, but they've done so much with the show over the years anyway. Even if they just kind of ended off on a happy note and that's basically it, that'll be fine to see, because they've done so many epic episodes and conclusions and just epic fights already. They probably could have ended Walking Dead after All Out War if they wanted to, and just finish it off there, and that would have made sense, like at the end of season 8 or 9, and had it finished there. And that would have made sense too, because it's kind of a big epic battle conclusion too. So they've had so many moments like that where it's like you could end the series here. Maybe when they get to Alexandria, when they win All Out War. There's lots of points you could have ended the series at if you wanted to. I guess ultimately it just makes sense to do it now. Alex says, really good season so far, but they really messed up with announcing all these spin-offs. I genuinely thought no one from the main cast was safe until they announced everything. Well, I do understand, Alec, and I hear what you're saying there as far as that goes, but maybe it's such that they don't want to have, too many major character deaths like this either. I know there was some suspense about that, but they also want to promo the other series, and they also want to let the fans know, I think, that there's going to be something there for them. Sure, you could go the Game of Thrones approach and just kill everybody because the series is ending, which is pretty much what they did. They just killed off almost a few of the characters survived, but they just killed off half the cast or whatever, or half the characters or more. And that's just what they did. I really don't want to see that for Walking Dead. Maybe you could have one or two big ones, but to finish off the series, and that makes sense. But I wouldn't want to see that for Walking Dead because I do think that it has potential. AMC also has purchased filming locations. They've purchased, they've done a lot of things to set themselves up to be able to produce more Walking Dead. And so to have some surviving characters there to use is going to be very good. And if they kill everybody off, then it restricts the amount of different spin-offs they can do in other series that they can go ahead and do if they have an idea that sounds good, if they want to. I mean, there was even some people who liked World Beyond for what it was. So we all have our different takes for that. I found there was a lot of female viewers that liked World Beyond. So quite a few of them did. So is what it is. Yeah, but I do understand it kind of takes away from the excitement of who's going to survive and who's not. But they're trying to set it up to where the fans don't feel total despair that there isn't going to be something coming forward afterwards. And so then we have Carolyn Keith, who says, anyone who wants Maggie and Negan in the spinoff series to be together romantically is a sociopath. I understand. Yeah, that makes sense. A good question was, how in Fear the Walking Dead did Madison survive the stadium? So that's a great question. I think they're going to show us in this upcoming part for Fear the Walking Dead. Fear the Walking Dead Season 7, second half, starts after The Walking Dead Season 11, Part 2 ends. So we could potentially see how Madison got out of there. She had a flare. She was surrounded by a ton of walkers. Did she find an underground compartment? Did she manage to get underneath a dumpster, to get underneath something? Did someone come to her rescue? Did a helicopter fly in and all of a sudden she get taken by the CRM? Somehow she managed to survive it, but it's not the worst spot ever to be in. Lots of our survivors have been in worse spots than that. Glenn was in the worst spot ever, right? And he got under that dumpster and he survived, at least for them. He didn't survive Negan, but he survived that part. Lloyd B says, if there's a spinoff, doesn't that mean Negan's wife will likely die? So Negan and Maggie both losing their spouses means they will hook up. Well, I'm not saying necessarily that they will. I just thought it makes sense to question it because it's a spin-off series featuring the two of them. So you question it, could we see that? Could that be something that they do? Maybe. But I think a lot of the girls especially don't want to see it. They really don't want to see that. So we'll see what they do. Maybe that isn't what they're going to do at all. Who knows? I guess his new wife could survive and just stay back or something there or something. It's what it is. It isn't necessarily the case that she's going to be killed off just because they announced a spin-off series. She could be somehow involved in that or something. She could be a supporting character in that for Negan, which makes sense. Do you give him a family? Do you give him a wife because he's going to be leading his own spin-off for a Walking Dead show? Who will win in the ratings war? Will it's like Monday Night Wars, right? Put them on at the same time. No, not going to do that. But Carol Daryl spinoff, will that have more viewers, or will Negan and Maggie surpass that because people just want to see how how this thing happens, and it's like a car crash and you can't look away, but you have to see. But I'm making something that isn't even there, right? He says, Trav, it's the burnt hilltop mansion that looks like the haunted house in the preview for this upcoming episode for the season 11 part 2 mid-season finale. This is getting so many episodes. This is getting hard to even say, right? So that maybe Leah will somehow get into the hilltop and burn down the what is it called? The house that's there. I forget the name of it. I knew it at one time. I forget now. And battling with Maggie, Leah and Maggie possibly going at it. We'll see. It's not spoilers because we don't even know if that's going to happen. It might not even happen. Marilyn has our last one for us today, guys. Says maybe Leah will kill Aaron or someone, and Daryl's hand will be forced to kill Leah. Just my thoughts. We are overdue for a major character death in Walking Dead. Yeah. Well, again, you know, they're setting up for different spinoffs and such, and it's what it is. But yeah, we could see that. We could see Daryl have to do it. Maybe Daryl will have to be the one to take out Leah. That'll be another sad moment for him. I don't think it'll be like carrying Beth out of the thing sad, like, you know, or Merle, Daryl, cryface sad, you know, where he sees Merle and he's like, you know, I don't know. I just sad crybaby Daryl. Just it kind of doesn't really work. It's more like a Clint Eastwood crossbow. I'm gonna kill zombies. Daryl, sad cry Daryl is like Daryl cryface is like I don't know. It doesn't work so well. All right, that's it for this video today, guys. Leave your comments below. How you feeling? How you doing? Walking Dead finishes filming. Subscribe at the bottom. Like, share. Trev, same piece. Later, guys. See you soon.